Hello and welcome to my tutorial over Google Slides. Today I want to show you how to add animations or GIFs to your Google Slides presentation. So we go to our Google Apps up here and we're going to click on Slides. For those of you unfamiliar with Google Slides and you're only a PowerPoint user, I promise you Google Slides is a seamless transition. Very similar interface here. So instead of just adding a still image here to my presentation, which I still do and is still effective, sometimes you may want to add something to spice it up a little bit, or even it will help get the point across better. And that would be an animation or a GIF, G-I-P-H. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I like to go to a site called Giphy.com. And in the search bar on Giphy.com, you can type in anything from an emotion to a sports team to a vocabulary word, and you're going to get some kind of results. So let's say the word I'm working on with my students in English class is sluggish. So I typed in sluggish. I got a lot of results here. I picked the one I want. I'm going to want Daffy Duck here. So I've got my GIF. I want to right click on the image and I want to click copy image address. We do not want to click copy image. We want the address. We copy the image address. We go back to our Google slide. We go to insert image by URL. Here we're going to right click and paste that address we just copied. There it is. We're going to click insert, and now just like a still image on your presentation, you have an animation or what they call a GIF that will go on for the duration of your slide. Again, makes it a little more engaging. Students respond well to it. So I want to talk to you about how this incorporates with well-organized visualization. And when it comes to cluttered visualization versus well-organized, I think a lot of it has to do with the content in which you're teaching. So let me show you what I mean. Here is a slide. Let's say I was a history teacher and I'm teaching World War II. Okay, I don't think this is cluttered. I think this is pretty well organized. We got an image to the right. We've got 4 bullet points over here to the left. We've got our title up here underlined, separating it from the rest. Not the most exciting slide, but hey, I think it's well organized and I don't think there's too much information here. So in my English class, I like to make vocabulary slides when we're learning vocabulary words. So we have a list every 2 weeks that we have to learn, and I've made slides where I put a GIF and simply a GIF and the vocabulary word up top. Sometimes it's not a GIF, sometimes it's a still image. I still use still images because you can't find a GIF for everything. But when you have verbs or adjectives even sometimes, it's very effective. Well, I convinced at least one of my English teachers to go about this same teaching because this was highly effective for my students. She's 30 years older than me and decided that it wasn't enough. And so she liked the idea that there was an image that I was using with my vocabulary, but she thought we should focus on the part of speech and the definition and the example sentence. And, 30 years ago, this would have been great. But in today's computer-based learning environment, this is, in my opinion, this is too cluttered, even though it's set up in the same way the World War II one was. We got a picture to the right, our text is to the left. There's a similar amount of information written here as we did on the other slide. But for the other slide, it wasn't too much. For this particular slide, because of the content, this is cluttered. This is not as concise and not as clear and not as easily for my students to memorize and understand than this. So again, I think that it really is based on the content in which you're teaching as to what is considered too much as far as the cognitive load. Thanks for joining me. We'll talk to you later.